violent video games should be banned. I remember that when I was a child, I used to play video games, specifically violent video games. And I remember also my mom taking advantage of every opportunity she had to blame them. Was I getting mad? Video games. Did I raise my voice? Video games. Was I getting sick? Video games. And all this and some facts as year by year the violence globally increases 24.7%, and the number of cases of attacks and terrorism, at least in the United States, is at historical level. Not mention the recently exhibition of racism, etc. Made me question, does playing violent video games really make young people aggressive? As in personal, for me, it was. But it's not as simple as you think. In 2010, a meta-analysis of 136 papers looked whether video games cause aggression and other negative outcomes. But it's not like the researchers put all the participants into a MMA in the lab. That would have been amazing. Instead, psychologists create some scenarios and make questions about it, like how do you feel, or how calm do you feel. Overall, the meta-analysis showed that playing violent video games seems to temporarily increase the aggressive behavior, thoughts, and feelings, as well as desensitize to violence and decrease empathy. All this sounds like an overwhelming victory to the premise of the beginning, right? Well, there are other papers with different methods, like comparing a violent action shooter to a non-violent puzzle game. Even they are completely different genres, and the results, surprisingly, were too similar. Why? Because different players have different personalities, and this is actually the answer to everything we have been planting until now. So instead of just asking whether people can be affected, new researchers have shown that the angrier or more aggressive someone tends to be, the more likely they are to show aggression after playing a violent game. Making it clear that the real problem is not what a video games contain, it's not what a video games are, but how young people are already. So I decided to implement something called Virtual Day. The name is easy. The name says all. It's a day per week when parents and children can play a video game, any type, any genre. And this, as simple as it may seem, because it does, has multiple purposes. First, create better communication. Second, behavioral problems decrease. Other example, create more confidence. And the most important, truly know your kids. So, why blame video games or anything to justify the behavior of our kids? Well, the real problem is inside our home. inside our home. And please ask yourself, am I investing enough time to the development of my children? After all, as my dad said, treat your children as you will have liked your parents to treat you. Thanks.